tournaments produce so many unusual results. Keep that in mind for the Olympics coming up. Goyer plays it back across. And a long point shot goes high from Belushko. Jack Ivankovic has yet to see a shot on goal in this tournament, or in this game rather. And he's yet to see a team other than Latvia prior to today. For Canada, he played against the Latvians last year and this year. Brunik back around for McKenzie. Looks for Martone. Loose puck there for Straka for a moment. Still loose. Gathered back up by Andreas Straka. McKenzie stepped into him, and now Misa has it back for Canada. Misa, rink wide pass to TJ Ginla. McGinley with Martone. He's poke checked there, but gathered back up by Brunik. Feeds it back down to Martone. Porter Martone shoots from a sharp angle. That goes high and wide. It bounces back to center ice. Gathered back up by Brunik. The Pittsburgh second-round pick in 2024. That pass missing for McKenna. That's an icing call against the Canadians. So the teams are reseeded after the quarterfinals, but here's what we're looking at right now. Sweden, the top seed. If the Slovaks were to win this game, it would be Slovakia, Sweden, Finland, Czechia. If Canada wins, it's going to be Canada and the Czechs, the Finns, and the Swedes. Two tasty matchups.
Still work to be done to get to that if you're Canada. You like the way you've started. Crisp out of your own end.
Age wins that face-off, plays it back around to Aitchison. Sean Aitchison lifts that high in the air, working dangerously at Brady Martin, knocks down Radivojevic, and they call a hand pass against Radivojevic as he was getting slammed to the ice.
It's the problem in hockey. There's no fair catches on the high flippers, and that's why the high flip can be tough to handle. Is look at Radivojevic. Homecoming here. Bronco's dad played Minnesota for stretch.
Brought in by Andre Fabush. That shot was blocked by Danford. Fabush back onto the corner, but Aitchison gets to it first. Up to center ice, Radivojevic flipped it back in, but Danford looks ahead for Hage. In comes Hage. That pass for McKenna drops back, and Danford with a shot. Save made in tight by Bravo. Rebound goes to Hage. Trying to find McKenna there. Now back at the point is Danford. Across to Aitchison. Swings it back down to Hage. Shoots. It goes off a stick and wide. Here's McKenna after it. Gavin McKenna also tied for the tournament point lead after the preliminary round. Now a pass ahead for Nimitz. Fires that high. Right now the tournament point lead held by Wojtek Chihas of the Czechs after their quarterfinal win. Belushko looks ahead for Samuel Murren. Murren being watched there by Aitchison. Now Franco lost the puck to Baudouin. There's that matchup again that Canada wants, as that puck goes rocketing to the Canadian bench. And play is called. 10:57 to go in the first period.
Has generated
nothing in 2-1 before they fell. Swedes been tough for a time against Latvia, but the Latvians managed to tie that game up at 1 point. And then, of course, the Finns pulled the overtime upset against the United States.
That was a back and forth one. Late goals by both teams.
Well, the Finns were trailing 2-1 late in the third period. Reshny in for the face-off, and that's poked ahead for Coots, and Canada off to the races there. Coots reaching for it. He's tied up, now brought it by Reshny. Reshny moves in. He's spilled. And diving back to break up that pass was Kovalchuk. And back the other way comes Wyshynski. for the Slovaks. Being defended there by Reed. Leszczynski has a look back. Reed steps into him. Leszczynski still on it. Throws it back there. And it's knocked away. Now back at the point. Čapos. His shot off the skate of Reed and wide. Tomka got crunched. Now lob towards the goal. That shot was blocked by Perek. As the Slovaks are changing, Perek up ahead for Reshny. Canada changing as well as Reshny sends it back down to the Slovak zone.
I think at this point, Ivan Kovic wouldn't mind a wrister from the blue line just to touch the puck.
Right.
You love your team playing well in front of you, but you get to feel it.
Andreas Straka got stymied at center ice by Desnoyers. And Čapos plays it back down as Carson Carlos goes back for it. Back around for Verhoff. And here is Hovan. Ron Hovan, the LA draft. Tied up in the corner by Carls. And again, the two underage defensemen are out there. Verhoff and Carls for Canada. Move back at the point. That long shot taken there by Kelp is gloved by Ivan Kovic. And then coming in late was Andreas Straka. And Desnoyers took exception to that. And I think they're going to take them both.
These two, Straka took a poke at Ivan Kovic, and Desnoyers was not having any of it. They said these two should be both.
9:38 to go in a scoreless first period. It's quarterfinal Friday at the World Junior.
It is the work that no one sees. It is relentless. It screams at you. One more set, one more rep, one more time. It is what fuels you. Gatorade. Is it in you?
Thank you for your time.
Wow.
Thank you, Kendra.
Tim, you're up.
Good morning. So I think really our focus is
You're frozen.
are we freezing? No, not today. Not today. Well, the numbers go. If you hear nothing else I say, I am going to let you down. You want to go with Kendra?
Yes.
Poor cable internet connection.
When the stakes are high, why rely on cable internet? Switch to Canada's most reliable internet technology with a 5-year plan price lock, only from TELUS.
Beaudoin's line had a great game last game by winning races. So there, 1 and then 2, and Beaudoin goes to the net, except he runs right over top of the sliding defenseman and eats the boards and the ice and all of it, but in the 21, you're nimble. Now what? Like that is
15,
absolutely accidental, completely on purpose by Straka, trying to get under the skin of the Canadians. I guess it worked. Now you wonder, though, if Desnoyers doesn't react, do they just take the one?
Straka plays for Quebec in the Quebec Major Junior League, and of course Desnoyers plays for Moncton. Rushing on the forecheck. Beaudoin as well. Cole Beaudoin trying to knock that. Great. Reshny had his pocket picked from behind. And back comes out of Nimitz the other way. Aitchison. Nimitz back around for Reshny. And Reshny lifts it off the glass and back to center ice to O'Reilly. Sam O'Reilly tried to move that ahead, now goes off on a change, is back to pick it up. Is Luka Radivojevic playing in his 3rd World Junior and eligible to come back next year. Only 2007 born. Sverchak winds back into the Slovaks, shoots, and the glove stop is made by Ivan Kovic. And it was 3 years ago in the quarters that Canada took on the Slovaks in Halifax. Thomas Milic was incredible. The Slovaks battled back to even that game, and then this from Connor Bedard, the overtime winner, to send Canada on to the semis and eventually a gold medal, which they won on the golden goal by Dylan Guenther. That building shook.
One of the best hockey games I've ever been at, in any capacity, playing or otherwise.
Halifax.